perfect game is a thing of beauty. To have one player outplay another to a degree that could be considered flawless stands as a true test of skill. Even more rare is it to see this phenomenon occur in a match between two world-class competitors. It's one thing to demolish someone so unfamiliar with the game, it's another to smite someone on equal footing. But what if we were to go further beyond? In the realm of competitive Smash, a JV refers to the act of winning a game with 0 damage taken on your most recent stock. Finishing with 3 stocks left and no damage taken is a JV4, 4 stocks left and no damage taken is a JV5, and so on. Because most Smash games are played on different stock counts, perfect games won't always equate to the same JV number. For this video, we will be looking at Smash 4, where a perfect game is a JV3. The volatile nature of this entry makes perfect games much more common compared to its contemporaries. Smash 4 is played on the lowest stock count of any Smash title, and several characters are equipped with incredibly dangerous tools. Still, a JV3 is a feat rarely seen on a major stage. August 14th, 2016, the final day of Super Smash Con. The tournament was coming to a close, with the initial rounds of Smash 4's top 8 qualifiers on the horizon. Facing off for one of these spots would be 2 crowd favorites. Void had a lot to prove today. Recently crowned the 8th best player in the world, his sights were set on winning the whole bracket and nothing less. He quickly established himself as one of the most impressive Sheik players, utilizing perfect pivots to embolden her already absurd combo game. Fatality, on the other hand, had already far exceeded expectations. Ranked just outside the top 40, seeing Fatality make it this far in one of Smash 4's most difficult brackets was surprising, but quite welcoming. He'd made a name with his signature Captain Falcon over the game's first year, piloting the character with explosive speed and aggression never seen before. Fatality was the embodiment of do it or die trying. This was sure to be a match for the ages. You can tell, even as the players posture for their set to start, that something electric is in the air. And so, began a legendary face-off. Void's Sheik, and Fatality's Mario. Let's get one thing straight. Fatality is not a Mario player. Captain Falcon was, and still is, his trademark character, the one who got Fatality to this stage of the bracket. Even finding footage of his Mario outside of this singular set is a challenge in and of itself. So, why was Fatality staking his winner's side top 16 bracket life on a secondary that had never seen the light of day? The likely answer lies in its set record versus Sheik. In their last encounter during top 24 of CEO 2016, Void would take a 2-0 victory over Fatality after being sent to losers, ending the Falcon player's run at 17th. Against Mr. R, another dominant Sheik throughout Smash 4's history, Fatality had no recorded set wins. The character seemed to be a problem matchup for Fatality, enough to push him to pick a character with a more favorable kit. However, this presents an even larger issue. Fatality was bound to be less experienced on his Mario compared to his Captain Falcon, which could easily lead to situations where Void gained the upper hand. On the other side of the coin, Void was well versed in the Mario matchup. He had taken sets off world-class Mario players before, and he would even prove his prowess later in this same bracket. One could even say Void knew the character Fatality was piloting better than Fatality himself. And so, the two players load into the game, and the match begins. 6 minutes, 0 seconds. Sheik charges her needles, Mario charges his flood. A very typical opening for this matchup. Both players approach center stage, with Void walking towards a Fatality posturing for a back air. This is followed by a Fatality immediately falling back, to which Void responds by unleashing needles. Fatality shields and swiftly responds with a back air, hoping to stuff out any buttons Void press. However, the Sheik player preemptively dashes away, staying out of Mario's range. He proceeds to charge needles again, while Fatality slumps back to his side of the screen. 5 minutes, 53 seconds. Back to starting position. Although neither player has made direct progress, this sequence tells a lot about this matchup. Mario, with his limited range, is forced to be the aggressor lest he get pelted with Sheik's needles repeatedly. Sheik, on the other hand, is perfectly fine with playing a slower game, resetting back to neutral at any signs of danger. Void, however, isn't one to play the clock. He goes for 3 different grab attempts, at 5 minutes, 52, 50, and 48 seconds, each of them failing to connect. 5 minutes, 46 seconds. Void falls back to charge needles, hard resetting neutral once again. Fatality patiently waits for an opening, hoping to slowly encroach Sheik's range. However, Void would find a successful grab on his 4th volley. 5 minutes, 39 seconds. Void lands a forward throw into Bouncing Fish, knocking Fatality off stage. The single interaction would mark the first neutral win of the game. It would also serve as the final moment of true neutral during Fatality's first stock. Void proceeds to show just how comfortable he is facing Mario.
Getting scraped though. Void,
Yeah.
you have to take any damage as Fatality struggles to get back on stage.
It's like, yeah, what's worse, the matchup or your secondary?
Oh no.
5 minutes, 4 seconds. Void connects with a forward tilt out of a power shield. The upper that follows presents Fatality with a coin flip. He needs to correctly guess which side Void will complete the upper on in order to DI correctly. If Fatality fails, a stock loss is imminent. 4 minutes, 59 seconds. Fatality's first stock is taken. Void's first stock is untouched. At this point, it's apparent to both players that a perfect game is on the horizon. Fatality, perhaps in desperation, uses his respawn invincibility to bolt towards the Sheik mingling with the corner. This advance would only widen the gap, giving Void an opening for 29%. An arrogant fireball from Fatality would be met with a flurry of aerials by Void, leaving the plumber at 47%. In a struggle to land, Fatality would be caught by a forward tilt. The forward air that follows leaves him in a lethal position. Void made a career off absurd plays involving offstage platforms. Now he was primed to seal a JV3 with 1. Fatality rolls towards the blast zone on a missed tech. Void meets him with a forward tilt, 59%. One forward air, 63%. Another, 67%, but not enough for the kill. Fatality lives to see another day, but the window is still wide open. Void's needles intercept a high recovery from Mario, linking into a strong neutral air, 87. Prime kill percent. Desperation is oozing from the Sheik, resulting in a Bouncing Fish that Fatality narrowly avoids. A forward tilt from Void connects with Mario during a hasty ledge getup by Fatality. Recognizing that he can't find a true kill here, Void banks on a charged up smash to close the game. Fatality drifts away rather awkwardly, unceremoniously missing his tech. A missed punish from Void would result in a full neutral reset, the first reset since Fatality had come off the Angel platform. But now, things were different. The perfect game was still on the table, but both players were flustered beyond belief. The game could have ended a number of times already, yet it was still going on. 4 minutes, 26 seconds. Fatality connects with a back air into the first hit of jab, 13%. The perfect game has been denied.
I needed that, dude.
Oh.
I
So,
needed that in my morning.
game number 2. You know, there has to be a game number 2. I'm not going to say who's going to win this match, but there has to be a game number 2.
Yeah, there will inevitably be a game number 2.
In sheer relief, Fatality runs across the stage to catch a breath. He won, figuratively, at least. Of course, the game was all but sealed. 4 minutes, 9 seconds. Sheik hits Mario with a forward tilt, a near identical scenario to earlier. Fatality's stock is good as gone, provided Void wins the coin flip. Fatality gets the DI correct. Careening off the left side of the stage, he's escaped the jaws of death once again. Now, a ledge trap from Void is inevitable. A lingering neutral air from Sheik nips Mario's head. The following Bouncing Fish is more than enough to kill, sealing the first game of the set for Void. Is what should have happened, by all accounts. In case you couldn't tell by the framing of this whole video, the first game wouldn't be won by Void. At 4 minutes and 3 seconds, Void is at 35% on his first stock. 20 seconds later, Fatality wins game 1.
My goodness! Are you serious?
What did I just see?
Is this real?
No. That was a button check. That was a button check.
No!
The Bouncing Fish whiffs. Fatality lives. No matter. A forward air should be suffice, Void thinks to himself as he leaps off stage. This too whiffs. No matter. Sheik narrowly misses the stage, putting her right below the ledge. No matter. An up special should be enough to get Fatality back on stage and back into the game. Coincidentally, this up special also manages to land in just the right way to force a nasty tech onto Void. A tech that he isn't able to hit. The move's knockback is so extreme that it's instant death for Void. 3 minutes, 59 seconds. Void's first stock is gone. Fatality is stunned. He stands still for a couple seconds. What looked like the harshest beating of his competitive career could now be converted into a game win. Now, he's looking for an opening. Void is livid. The game should have been more than over by now. He rushes Fatality with his respawn invincibility intact. A down throw connects, but no upper to follow. He's seeing red. Forward air, Fatality dodges. Lead trump, Fatality anticipates. Bouncing fish, Fatality finds it. He weaves around the down special, leaving Void at the lip of the ledge. A back air stuffed Sheik's double jump. A cape catches a subsequent up special. A second cape to add insult to injury.
Game!
3, 42, 41. The clock stops. The commentators are hollering. The crowd is erupting. Fatality shrugs. He won the game, dealing a combined total of 58%. Void grins. What else could he do? He lost the game fair and square. Despite the utter chaos that just occurred, this was still only game 1 in a high-stakes best-of-5 set. After a moment of reflection, Fatality would lock in Mario for game number 2. While the plumber fared better than game 1 showed, Void came out on top to tie the score. Fatality would be forced onto his main, culminating in one of the most intense sets of the tournament.
But I don't know how it's going to translate to Fatality style, because of course we're like, it's different as night and day. But here we go, Void with some Void combos, the perfect pivot tilts. Grab there, and that's what got a Falcon kick. Now Fatality just gonna run this rage train on him as long as possible. Oh no, not very long.
That was last we thought it was
Oh boy.
Void doing the Void. He's mad. He's mad. He's still upset about game number 1.
Yeah.
He's still upset.
To be honest, I am too. So.
I thought that was going to be game. But,
I thought he would have just down smashed him at the very least, and that's going to be game. Wow. Void barely squeezing that one by.
Also,
Okay, gets Nair 1 out of up air.
the hair will do it. Oh my goodness. And Fatality with a very early KO in this game before.
Yeah. And he goes for the outward facing up B, trying to catch Sheik out of Vanish. No,
And
oh
that's
my
the
god!
Spike. Void Fatality taking game number 4 with the 2 stock. Fatality, your spirit animal, man.
Oh, no.
Oh, and that Falcon kick again.
Down B to the face.
From the edge, and Void now on his last stock of this set.
Otherwise, he's just going to throw that Falcon kick out as a counter poke.
Oh,
What
the
attacks!
Keep
Wow.
him alive and get a little bit more damage on this stock.
Falcon just staying alive, and that's his greatest strength in this match. This is his ability to avoid KO moves with his speed and just stay alive from Sheik's stray hits, but not a bouncing fish at 150 by the edge.
Say that. I'm sure Void also on the edge of his seat because he knows with the amount of rage Captain Falcon have, this could still go any way.
On the verge of a massive win, Fatality bets it all on a Raptor boost hoping to catch a jump. Void opts to shield instead. A forward tilt into an up air out of an air dodge read ends the set. The upset has been denied. Fatality drops to losers, while Void pushes to top 8 winners side. Fatality would secure a top 8 spot on the losers side, but would be quickly eliminated by the Buzz on an impressive losers run. Void would meet a similar fate, making it to losers semifinals before being taken down by the Rosalina player. The two would play one more time in Smash 4, resulting in another Game 5, another nail-biter last stock, and another air dodgery to net Void the win. Notably, the Mario is nowhere to be seen. The secondary just about vanished from the face of the earth after this one set. Still, even though he couldn't secure the win, the Purple Plumber holds a special honor for causing the most imperfect game in Smash history.
Even after that game.
It's still not over. I've seen Void SD with there.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness! Are you serious?
What did I just see?
Is this real?
No. That was a button check. That was a button check.
No.
Hi. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you very much for watching. This is the first time I've really done anything this heavily scripted, so if you have feedback, leave a comment or something like that. And to do the YouTube thing, the like, the subscribe. I don't even know if you could hype this video or something like that, but something like that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.